Hello everyone. Hello. Welcome back. Welcome in. Welcome to my channel. I am Lisa and this is North Star Energy Healing. Today is Thursday, August 7th, and it is the day before the peak of the Lionsgate portal, which began on July 28th. That's when the energies of the Lionsgate portal come in. There have been some interesting things that I have seen on YouTube, some of the people that I follow. I put a post up yesterday because I was watching a video of Jamie Butler's about Lionsgate, and she was introducing us to her new kitty named Leroy. And right under that video, as I was watching hers, Amanda Ellis's video was showing her holding up her new cat named Leo. I cannot believe all of the things that are happening this year, especially regarding Lionsgate. For me personally, the things that I've been seeing are really just inspiring and jaw-dropping and I don't know, inspirational, right? Because I always look forward to Lionsgate. Last year I took that day off. This year it's on a Friday and I don't work on Fridays, not at my outside job. And then next year I think it's going to be on a Saturday, and the following year a Sunday. So I know that I will be able to really fully concentrate on meditating and grabbing and tuning in to all that energy on the day. But I wanted to bring you a message, I guess, regarding Lionsgate portal, pulling some oracle cards, all of my cards, my decks that have to do with the earth, right? So first, so I told you about the cats. I myself have seen the number 88, the number 8, or the number 818, 188, 811, all over the place for the past week. And I noticed it, of course, immediately right away. And I've also seen 44, which adds up to 8. And it's just been incredible this year. So we started off the Lionsgate portal on July 29th with an 8.8 earthquake in Russia. This happened because a volcano erupted that had been dormant for centuries, they say. This sent tsunami waves, not a big tsunami like we had in 2011. Notice the date, 11, being another important date. So that big tsunami that we all remember in Japan happened in 2011. So a tsunami, this time it wasn't big like that. It didn't cause all that devastation. But the tsunami waves were felt in Japan and Hawaii from this 8.8 quake that happened. And then there was, let's see, on August 1st, there was a double-decker bus, number 88, that I don't think it crashed. I think it caught on fire. Something happened to it. And in the photos of that bus, you could only see the word together. I mean, some of these things are just not crazy. I don't want to say that word, but interesting, let's say. Mercury also has been retrograde for most of this. It goes out of retrograde on August 11th. So that's also interesting that we have a Lionsgate portal with Mercury retrograde. So the Lionsgate portal is actually a real astrological event. It happens when the sun, the earth, and Sirius are all aligned. This has been believed since Egyptian times to be creating a spiritual portal. When you turn the number 8 on its side, it is the infinity symbol. So all of that is super interesting. There have been over 3,000 UFO sightings in the beginning, up till now in 2025. So the first half of the year, 3,000 UFO sightings reported by, there's an agency that keeps track of all this. In comparison, in the entire year of 2024, there were 1,492 UFO sightings. Now, I'm a big numbers person. So 1492 was the year that Columbus landed in Massachusetts, here in the USA. So that's just strange to me that exact number was that. And then as I was sitting down to gather my information for this video for you all, I kept hearing the song Rock the Boat. And I was like, why do I keep hearing that? So I pulled it up and I was listening to it. And I felt the feeling of it's like Mother Gaia speaking to us, to me, to my guides or whatever, saying rock the boat, but don't tip it over. And so I feel like she is, and I'm getting goosebumps all over as I say this, with tsunamis and earthquakes and volcanoes, the fire, the water, and more goosebumps coming. She is saying, I'm going to rock this boat, but I'm not going to ruin it. In other words, there was also, I remember with the earthquake, there were very few deaths reported. So she's doing things that she needs to do to cleanse, to clear, and to ascend without hurting humanity as best she can. So, excuse me. With that said, I'm going to go to my Earth, what is this called? Earth Power Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. This has all types of places on Earth, real places. And we're just going to see what Spirit wants to bring us for a message today regarding this Lionsgate portal. Thank you, guides. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, Mother Nature, Mother of us all, Protector, Hostess of humanity. I don't know where this reading is going. I'm just doing what I am led to do. The signs cannot be ignored. I would love to know in the comments if you in particular have seen any types of signs to do with Leo, Lionsgate. That would be great. This deck is a little bit difficult for me to shuffle because it's a little bit bigger than my hands. So I really have to stretch my fingers to shuffle it. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you have some plans to take and put some time aside tomorrow during Lionsgate, or today if you have it. I mean, the energy is here, right? The energy of Lionsgate peaks on 8/8, but the energy has been around since July 28th and will be around through approximately August 12th. So, let's see. I said she's taking her time. I don't know why but the deck is taking its time, giving us a card that they want us to see. My ears are now not ringing, but they kind of have a tone in them. This is really important spiritually for you to manifest, for you to connect. There are certain times a year when connecting is easier. Halloween is one of them. What is that called? The Day of the Dead, right? Oh gosh. When I'm in channel mode, it's hard for me sometimes to remember the facts that I know from my physical life. 8/8, 11/11, Halloween, all times when we can really connect in. I mean, every month, as Jamie Butler's Maitland, finally we have it. Volubilis. Okay, that's interesting. Of course, I forgot to get my book out. Okay. Earth Power Oracle. Volubilis. Let's see, what is our first message regarding the Lionsgate portal? Volubilis. I am organized and efficient. I weave my spirituality through all aspects of my life. I can be both creative and prosperous. And you see how it looks like there's a huge sun behind these ruins. The key energies are civic duty, control, home, honor, efficiency, and influence. This is in Morocco, and it is the element of earth. This is situated between two fertile wadis, Komani and Ferdasa. Volubilis was the Mauritanian capital, founded in the 3rd century BC, that became an important Roman Empire outpost. The Roman geographer Pomponius Mela, writing in the 1st century AD, described Volubilis as modestly sized, and Pliny the Elder mentions it too in the 2nd century. Situated near modern-day Mequinez, the city was highly agricultural. Over 56 olive-pressing areas have been found, and wealthy, judging by the quality of the infrastructure, size of the homes, and the quality of the art within them. Marble, bronze, statuary, mosaics, pottery, frescoes, as well as the kind of functional architecture like aqueducts and public latrines. That was the stamp of the Roman Empire, even far from home. Amongst the ruins, quite visible upon the approach by the road, is the Capitoline Temple. A lone altar stands in front of the steps of the temple. Walking those 13 steps and entering the column temple today is a powerful experience. Yeah. So whilst the barren place is quite easy to imagine that a pretty wooded courtyard would have surrounded the basilica, and that this single space was where the whole town would have met and prayed and petitioned to the gods. So again, we have sort of that symbol of togetherness, with a place that people would gather, a whole town would gather, and we had that 88 bus with the word together, right? Together we move forward. And that's what we need to remember. We are all one. We are all connected. We are all together. So, yeah, I'm just skimming this because the book, the description has pages and pages. The energy here feels very ancient, and when you consider this together with the timeless quality of the panoramic landscape, it is not surprising to learn that this temple may have been built on the top of an even older set of shrines. Yeah. So, and I mean, just the name Volubilis sounds like volcano a little bit, right? Okay. So next we're going to go to the Enchanted Map Oracle by Colette Baron Reed, and we're going to see what is coming out. I hope you guys are going to have a fantastic Lionsgate. I hope that you take some time to honor Mother Earth, to thank her for all that she gives us, right? And to ask your guides to give you the messages that you need. If there's something that you really have been wanting to manifest, Lionsgate would be the time to bring that to fruition, to bring that forward, to start working on that, right? Yeah. And there are lots of YouTube videos about Lionsgate. As I said, Jamie Butler has a fantastic video explaining Lionsgate. Amanda Ellis has a video regarding Lionsgate. And I'm sure there are others. Lots of readers will do messages regarding Lionsgate, and I would just encourage you to watch whatever you're drawn to really think about and tune into this energy. This is no joke. This is, you know, the biggest portal of the year. The second one is the 1111 portal. And incidentally, I got married on 1111. This card just flipped completely over. Number 33, Peaks of Joy. Peaks of Joy. Don't I love that? Number 33. And I open up to page right immediately, the page before it. Peaks of Joy. And it looks like she's kind of leaping off a peak there. And there's a butterfly meeting her. And she's just up there in the clouds and looks extremely happy. Your life is filled with happiness, so share it with others. Again, with the theme of togetherness and together. Joy is yours today. No matter what your inquiry, you will be happy with the results. You're coming closer to a sense of achievement, and you've worked hard for it. You're surrounded by true companions and events that are synchronistically arranged to bring you the next level of your life. The world is singing a beautiful harmony. Life is exhilarating and hopeful. Let gratitude fill your heart And remember to share your happiness because joy is contagious. Yes, I love that. Beautiful, beautiful messages so far coming out for Lionsgate. And the next deck I'm using is the Earth Magic Oracle by Stephen Farmer, one of my favorites because his book about animals is one that I use often, Animal Signs and Symbols. Now, also, there have been some kind of strange animal sightings, and there was somebody that I was watching who said the animals are feeling the Lionsgate portal very strongly this year. So if you've had any sightings or encounters that are strange, and I'll tell you mine, I was driving home from a friend's house, middle of the day, and all of a sudden, right in front of me was a blue heron, or you could call it a crane, they're similar. A blue heron standing and walking across the road slowly like nobody's business. And then I was talking to my friend, and she said she had the same exact experience. A blue heron was just strolling across the road. That's not normal. Usually they're staying around water, or they don't fly long flights, but they do fly. So just strolling across a tarred roadway is not normal or common for that to do. Trying to think what else. I've seen a couple of hawks. That's not uncommon for me, since I have a hawk for a guide. And they gave the Earth Magic gave us rainbow blessings. Isn't that beautiful? My stomach is growling. I don't eat before I do readings. I like to have my body be as clean as possible. Rainbow blessings. A rainbow is created by the collaboration of sunlight and water in the atmosphere. The water droplets become tiny prisms that collectively diffuse and disperse light into a ribbon of colors that is the essence of every hue we're capable of perceiving on this planet. Rainbows symbolize many things, including good luck, a bridge to heaven, and abundance. Yeah. The storm has passed, and it is time to enjoy the refreshing beauty of this cycle, even though it has been difficult to appreciate any sense of purposefulness in what you've endured lately. Now, I can definitely attest to that. I have had a couple of weeks of just feeling sort of off, or like disconnected, or like I don't know which way to go or what to do. So I can definitely relate to that. You can now, as they say, count your blessings. Do not just look at the brighter side, adhering to some academic mantra that has no heart or depth, but do so slowly and with genuine gratitude that is expressed up close and personal. This ever-evolving process of life itself is a blessing, an opportunity to exist as a human being on Earth. The planet is a beautiful garden, even if it does not always appear to be so, yeah, like during fires, volcanoes, tsunamis, and things of the like. Sometimes it is only when you look back at a memory of an experience that you can truly see the blessings that have come from them. Bless your difficult or painful experiences and let them go. So yeah, Lionsgate Portal is a beautiful time of manifesting the new and moving on and getting to, your next step, the next thing for you. Volubilis, peaks of joy, and rainbow blessings. Yeah, so I think, I know Spirit is encouraging us to be happy where we are, to bloom where we're planted, so to speak, right? To be grateful, to be thankful, to be thoughtful, to come together, right? Rainbows only happen with the co-creation of the droplets of water and the sunlight. So that is also another message about coming together, loving one another. It's a beautiful message. The same message of Together on the double-decker bus, the same message of Volubilis with a place where the entire town would gather to pray, meditate, or I mean, who knows what. Like we don't have there isn't a book left behind to tell us, but we can make an inference based on what we know about history. And spreading joy. All three of these cards are about togetherness and how we can lift each other up and help each other out. Now I'm going to go to the Gilded Tarot to see what cards want to come out for us from that deck. And what they're flipping over in my hands. It's like they're not coming out of the deck, but they're just kind of flipping over, just like that 33 card that I showed you. I really am looking forward to tomorrow. I am having lunch with a friend, so hopefully, oh my gosh, more flipping. Hopefully that will go well. It's not somebody that I talk about this kind of thing with. She's pretty much a, what do you call it? A strict, I would say, yeah, Catholic. I really like her. She is a very nice person, and I pride myself on the fact that I can be friends with any person, right? I don't need to be the one to judge whatever choices they make. That's up to them. Okay, let's see what Spirit gave us for cards. The first card out is the Four of Cups. Cups being love, nurturing, water signs, evidence of water here. We're talking about water and fire and wind and earth and all those things. I don't know why they're prompting me to say things like that. I just have to tell you what they give me. But the Four of Cups, fours are stability or stagnation. So you can feel stable and be stable in a situation, but you can also stagnate there if you ignore opportunities, right? So this is where there's a person sitting by a tree with the 3 cups of stability here, and then an opportunity or an offer coming in that they just don't see it because they're focused on what they already have and studying what they already have, and just not, he or she, this person is kind of looking right through it. You can even tell by the expression. They're not really seeing that. They're kind of looking through it. The artist of these cards did a fantastic job of showing that kind of thing. So this is a reminder to be looking for opportunities. And I'm specifically hearing, look for opportunities tomorrow on 8/8 when you can take time for yourself to meditate, to be in silence, to focus, to bring joy, to give joy, to be a co-creator. Thank you, Spirit. Wow. And we have the Page of Cups, more loving, nurturing water energy. Pages are messengers. They are also novices. They are kind of an innocent feeling, kind of childlike, when they're going towards something new that they don't know everything about. So this could be a completely new thing for you, and that is perfectly okay, right? We only can learn more when we're able to step in to something that we're not familiar with, right? And we may be about to be having some unfamiliar times. This 8/8 Lionsgate, I believe, is going to be a big shift. I have the feeling that there's going to be a huge shift in things during and after this Lionsgate portal. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is forward moving, but slow moving, steady. This is the slowest and most steady knight in the deck of the knights, right? So he's got everything he needs. He's on his horse and he's just walking on through the beauty of this, probably observing what's around him. So what I'm hearing from Spirit is it's time to slow down and notice things and think about them, okay? So it could be any signs and symbols that you see in your life. It could be signs and symbols of the 8/8 portal. It could just be slowing down. I don't know if I can get this up to the camera to show you. So I'm going to, because Spirit has drawn my attention to this and they want me to show you. So I have this pencil holder, and you see how it's a lion kind of just dozing there on his paws. Isn't that beautiful? I found this at, I don't know, a thrift store somewhere, and I've always loved it. But Spirit, I don't necessarily look at this while I'm doing a reading, but Spirit called my attention to taking time to pause and meditate and refresh and rejuvenate, right? With and this other lion that I have also kind of looks sleepy, right? His eyes kind of droopy, just relaxing, lying down. Thank you, Spirit, for giving us all these messages. So yeah, take some time to slow down. Actually see and enjoy what's around you. Notice it. Appreciate it. Have gratitude for it. Then we have the Five of Wands. Fives are change. Wands, in this instance, wands are fire. So now we had the water. Now we're getting some fire in here. And earth, right? Because pentacles are earth, water, fire. The Five of Wands is kind of a practice. It may be a light debate. You may find yourself, possibly you're doing something for Lionsgate and somebody questions you. Maybe you have to talk about it and it's not something that you normally do. But that's okay, right? It's okay to disagree as long as we don't bring hatred into the conversation. Sometimes when we're having a debate or a conversation or a heated discussion, we're planting a seed that they may not agree with that day at that moment, but you are planting a seed. I don't know why we're having that message, but you can let me know if this happens during this, or maybe it's already happened since, July 28th to now. Maybe you've had a conversation with somebody where you felt kind of defeated because you couldn't get them to understand, and Spirit wants you to know that you're planting a seed that they will come back to when they're ready. Then we have the Death card. Scorpio, this is transformation. This is a death of the old way of doing things, and I am super happy to see it in this reading about Lionsgate. Yeah. Moving on to the white rose, to the white stallion, leaving something behind that no longer serves you, right? Just moving on and outward and upward, I'm hearing. Thank you, Spirit. And then we have the Emperor. The Emperor is Aries energy, but you see how he's got all the signs of the zodiac behind him. Everything is organized. All of his scrolls, the wisdom that he has, the organization that he has. And I always look, yeah, it's like a Japanese, I think emperors are Japanese, right? And what did we say? That tsunami, the tsunami waves hit Japan. I'm just trying to remember everything. So the Emperor is also a number 4, which is that we started with a number 4, we're ending with a number 4. This is a reminder not to stagnate, right? This is a reminder it's okay to be stable, but you don't want to stagnate. Look for new things that you can learn, right? This is also a card of the energy of all 4 kings, lots of masculine energy of organizing. The Emperor is kind of a stoic person, right? But also fiery, and this looks like a fiery card. So we have 2 water cards and 2 fire cards and an earth card. So all of these elements coming together to make Lionsgate special for you and for the world, for all of us, right? So using the energy of the Emperor to get organized, maybe even today, you may want to think about what you're going to do tomorrow, right? What are you going to do tomorrow to honor Lionsgate Portal, to honor yourself, to honor your journey at this Lionsgate time of year? Yeah, I already know I'm going to do, there's a 40-minute meditation that I, from one of my subscriptions, Jen Huber, she did a 40-minute shaman's journey for the 8/8 portal, and you could purchase it for $8.88 and then watch it over and over. I've already, well, not watch it, you listen to it. I've already listened to it once, and I'm going to listen to it again tomorrow and maybe beyond. All right, let's see if there's an animal. Wow, just jumped right out. Number 40. There we have another 4. So guys, I'm telling you, Stability or stagnation is kind of a key of this message. Don't stagnate by doing the same thing you do over and over all the time without letting yourself grow, right? It's okay to have rituals and things that we do, but it's also okay to try something new. Wow, that was kind of a rhymey thing. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, let's see if there's any other animal that they want to bring out. Anything else, Spirit, that you want from this deck? Okay. 2 more cards. Okay. Oh, this one came out upside down. All right, so let's look at Cheetah. Act swiftly with precision and determination. Cheetah is from the big cat family, not exactly a lion. But yeah, stability or stagnation coming through again. And then we have a 14, which is a 5, which has changed. This is your second 5 of the reading. Shed, renew, and heal. We're also in the Chinese Year of the Snake. So I think this is very important here for this 8/8 portal in the Year of the Snake to shed, renew, and heal. We already talked about that some in the beginning of this video, right? And then we had a card that came out face down. This is the Camel. 43, which is a 7, which is reflection. Endure difficulties with patience and resilience. Right. So some of us have difficulty with understanding these portals and what to do, but go with your gut. Spirit is saying, listen to your instincts. If you just quiet down in a little bit of silence, you will know what to do. Okay, so for people that have a hard time with that, just quiet your mind, quiet down, and you will be shown. So we started off with Volubilis where was that? Oh my gosh, I've already forgotten. Morocco, I think, with a place where the whole town came together. Then we had the Peaks of Joy, talking about spreading joy to others. Then we had Rainbow Blessings, talking about the co-creation with light and water. Then we have the 4 of Cups, looking out for opportunities. The Page of Cups, being a novice or new at things, which can go along maybe with what were we just talking about? Something new coming in. I can't remember. Channel mode, I love it. And then we had the Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady, moving forward. And then we had the 5 of Wands, where maybe you've had conversations with people about spiritual things or your beliefs, and you feel like you didn't get your point across, but Spirit is saying you've planted the seed, right? Or if you have these conversations coming up, maybe you mention Lionsgate, and somebody goes, what the hell are you talking about? That's okay, you're planting a seed. Transformation with death, right? Using the energy of all 4 kings with this Emperor to get organized and figure out what you're going to do tomorrow. Cheetah, snake, and camel. I love this for you. I love this for Lionsgate. I truly hope that you have a wonderful day tomorrow. Well, even today. But I truly hope that you find some time during Lionsgate to remember all of these different signs and symbols, to think about what you've seen for signs and symbols, and to make it a very special day for your soul. Thank you so much for tuning in, for listening, for subscribing. Please do give the video a like so that it can get moving around YouTube. We never know who needs the messages that we put out. 3333 on my camera clock. Peace and kindness every single day. I love you all.